happy Halloween again. All right, well, nothing says Halloween more than talking about spooky ghosts. And we are so privileged to have back in the studio the ghost doctor, Chris Boris. Hello, my friend, how are you?
I'm great, This is my holiday, so.
Yes, this is like your jam, right?
Yes.
This is your World Series, if you will. So we are here with your altar, which if those who follow you, the many thousands who follow you on YouTube, are very familiar with. But kind of tell our guests at home what it is we're looking at here.
Yeah, so this is kind of a world exclusive. I've never been on a news program to really showcase the world's first portable altar. And I come at the paranormal realm from a Buddhist standpoint. So we have a lot of Buddhist items that they use in exorcisms and house cleansings. And for you Catholics out there, I also have the Jesus cross as well, because it does work. And each item on this altar has a specific use to cleanse houses and rid places of unwanted entities. And since this is Halloween, that's the topic of conversation.
Absolutely. So which is the one that you find you use the most often? Or does it depend on the person's
Yeah, I use a lot of these items because what I find is when I'm trying to clean out unwanted entities from an area, I like to hit up the different levels of reality. So I have holy water for the physical realm. I have incense for the atmospheric realm. So and I have bells for the vibrational realm, so it just hits all the cylinders.
All the cylinders.
In the ghost realm.
Right. So kind of walk us through what a typical cleansing would look like.
Certainly. So I do things in steps where I do chanting of mantras and just try to heal the spirits. This is something that really isn't done in this realm. You know, they're just trying to push spirits out, but I like to heal them as I'm, trying to push them out, because I find that a lot of the spirits in the afterlife, they're trying to work through things. And a lot of them have mindsets that have kind of spiraled out of control. So if I can kind of calm them down and get them to move on, so to speak, it helps the next homeowner, because when you push them out, they're just going to find somewhere else to haunt.
Right. Well, and that kind of brings up a really cool point. So ghosts get scared as well.
Yes.
Right? They can live with fear, and that fear kind of can develop into when we see some of these horror movies where it gets physically violent and it gets a little out of control. What's the scenario, if you can share with us, where you were scared?
I don't really get too scared. I get jarred. A lot of these things come at me, and just their forms. Like when I'm talking about like the darker entities, like they'll take the shapes they take in the physical realm. Yeah. It's the ones that are cloaked are really scary, because I find these demons, what they do is they want to intimidate people and feed off the fear. Right. So there's like a leveling up system in the demonic world, where the bigger the more evil they do, the bigger cloak they can get, and the bigger the cloak, the more fear they can instill in, especially kids.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary when kids are involved. It's like, we got to take care of this issue.
Absolutely. And when you say cloak, you mean like that dark, ominous sort of shadow that surrounds them?
Yeah, think of like Ghosts of Christmas Future.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they do. They got chains, they got cloaks, and they kind of level up. The more evil deeds they do, they can get bigger cloaks, bigger chains, and it's just, it's a whole philosophy.
It's a whole philosophy, right. Now, if people remember the last time we had you on, we were talking about your sold out book, best-selling book. How, in your book, do you kind of use this altar there, and what kind of chapters can we sort of associate what we're looking at here when we're reading those pages? Yeah,
so in my Haunted Toledo book, I pinpoint 50 locations that I found in Toledo, and some of them I had to clean out. The Repertoire Theater, they had something nasty in their prop room. I had to go in. I set this whole thing up, and I cleansed that thing out of there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's gone. Sometimes it takes a couple times to really clear the air, because you're purifying the area, and sometimes over time it can get tainted again. So you have to, purify it again. So you just keep on doing it until they leave.
Until they finally go away. Yeah. Now, how can people, it almost sounds like you're sort of a Ghostbuster too.
Absolutely.
How can people find you if they are in a situation where they feel like they're with a spirit that is getting out of control?
Yeah, so I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, just search up Ghost Dr. Chris.
Ghost Dr. Chris.
And I'm available.
That's right. Well, okay, and so I have one last question. So as a Catholic, which one of these would you use to cleanse my house? It would be what, the crucifix, the holy water?
A lot of these are multi-versatile, and I use Psalms, a lot of St. Michael's prayer as well. So it's all this stuff is versatile between religions.
It's all useful. Awesome. Well, Chris, it was so amazing having you on. We hope that you'll come back and keep educating us on all things spooky. All right, coming up, we've got more Halloween fun here on What's Going On.